Pre-functional testing explained step by step. Now, when I say step by step, for those of you who are like, I'm a commissioning agent, I really want to really jam out in the details, this ain't that video. This is for field builders wanting to really dig into what we need to do to enable the trades and the commissioning agents. So I hope I didn't trick you into being here, but at least you know where we're going now. What I'm going to talk about is the pre-functional checklist and pre-functional testing. And this is the jam, because if you start this properly with good preparation, the rest of the process can go well as long as we're building properly on a rhythm with a tack plan. So one more time, pre-functional checklist is an installation and startup verification checklist confirming equipment is properly installed, connected, and ready for testing. Let's do this. Let's look at it in a human body. Let's say a hand. We're going to test my body, but I need to make sure my finger is working properly, my hand is working properly. Then once my fingers, hands, arms, biceps, shoulder, stomach, brain, lungs, all my other systems, everything's been individually tested, now I'll see if I work as a human being. I hope you like that analogy. Maybe that was silly. But the bottom line is, pre-functional testing is like, let's see if this finger is working. Then once all of the individual component parts are working, then we'll test it together. Okay? So these checklists are crucial. These are going to be prepared typically by the commissioning agent, and it's going to come from the specs, historical documents, the manufacturer's information for those pieces of equipment. Like, they're going to pull in everything. And we love checklists. And checklists love us. So let me just take us over back here to the schedule. This right here is the interiors, and so this is floor by floor. So this is floor 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is the overall commissioning effort. The pre-functional testing is where we literally get in here. We're installing fire sprinkler, we're installing priority walls, we're installing overhead duct, then we're installing overhead mechanical equipment, and then any other equipment, and we're going through the floor. Once the equipment's up, we're like, dry side, this is the duct connection. Wet side, this is our hydronic piping. Anything that deals with any water hookups, right? Heating hot water, chilled water, hookups to the piece of equipment. Controls, we're going to hook up that. I don't know if I already said power. Power, we're going to hook up that. We're going to get it braced. And that checklist will be like, is the power hooked up? Is it wired properly? Is the duct connected and sealed and insulated? Do we do this? And then a whole bunch of boring stuff. da, 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 da. And we have to do those checkouts according to the manufacturer's specifications so that we know it's working properly. The fan could be going in the wrong direction. It could be wired improperly. I mean, it could be braced improperly. There's so many different things. There could still be safeties on. It's so complex I shouldn't even mention some of these things. In this floor, as a part of your sequence, you're going to be doing this, and your commissioning agent is going to be like, hey, Home Slice, we're coming in a little bit early. And you're like, no, no, no. We need to be driving this, because this milestone for where you have all of your pre-functional testing done on an individual basis, and then the point-to-point. Point-to-point is where you do controls testing, communication testing inside your control system from the equipment itself back to your control system's hubs. On the last building I did, we would do equipment to the Jace, then Jace is tied together, then it would tie to the overall building automation system. And so what we need to do is make sure that this milestone is also tracking with our integrated testing throughout the building, and is also tracking with permanent power and internet. Don't fail to get the internet, because if you're controlling or monitoring your building automation system remotely in some other location, you need to have internet connection. But the bottom line is, think of it like this. Your schedule inside the actual production plan for the interiors is going to do the pre-functional checklist and pre-functional testing, so that later when you get to the latter part of the schedule, you can test everything together. I know that's a really simplistic way to look at it, but the bottom line is to ask a lot of questions, understand, ask your trade partners, partner with them, ask what they need, and track the milestones together. I'm going to put this into a blog post for you, and all of these deliverables and slides will be in the description below, and we're likely going to turn this into a book for builders like you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. On we go.